Hey guys, Shayla here. Today I have a video on why I ultimately left retail servers, and it's just gonna go through my personal history playing the game and just the changes that I have experienced, in the years playing. So I initially started playing WoW back in the fall of 2006. I think, yep, fall of 2006, and I was very young. I was, I think in the fourth grade. So I was 9 years old. And one of the kids on my street, his brother was playing. He was older than us. He was about 14 years old. And he would like come outside and play football with us, every now and then. And he just stopped showing up one day. And it's like, what's he doing? He's like, oh, he's playing this new game called World of Warcraft. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. And we kept playing football. And then one by one, each of my friends started to pick up this game and stop playing, football. So I was like, okay, I gotta check this out. I gotta see what this is about. I tried it out. I was had a blast, just walking around talking to people. I only gained XP by killing mobs, and I didn't understand that gray mobs gave no XP, so I sat at level 10 for about 8-9 months until I figured out that I was playing the game completely wrong. So that was great. But yeah, it was a good time. I played all the way, I think, up until Warlords of Draenor. So I played from about Burning Crusade into Draenor, and I wasn't a very skilled player or elite player. I wasn't raiding or anything. I was just like the average player. By the time Wrath of the Lich King came out, I was able to get up to max level, level cap, which was 80 at the time, but I was 80 for about 3 months, and I was trying to get the correct gear score because they did adapt that towards the end of the expansion, and I didn't understand what that was all about. I was okay, but then Cataclysm came out, and it was all right. I didn't really like the resource change they did with hunters, because I was maining a hunter and a paladin at the time, and so I was pretty upset about the whole focus switch thing because I was so used to mana. I like the mana system. And then it just PvP felt different. I think towards the end of Cataclysm is when they started going off of your item level. Is sort of how you calculated damage for a bit. I don't know if they stopped doing that in more recent expansions, but around Cataclysm or Legion, in between that time frame, they were calculating your base stats based on item level, and it was different than prioritizing stats you actually needed, like agility and stuff. It was gross. So PvP sort of died because it was just it felt different, and I just didn't like the way it felt. And at the time I was getting into other things too. I think I was about, when Warlords of Draenor came out, I was about 14 years old, 14, 15, and yeah, it just didn't strike me as a fun time. I don't think I even bought the expansion. I think I continued to play in Cataclysm, or that would was it MOP? It was MOP and then Warlords. So yeah, I got to level cap and MOP. I did get MOP. I played all through MOP. I actually enjoyed Mist of Pandaria. But playing through it live, back when it came out originally, it was a good expansion. I just remember doing those Isle of Thunder dailies over and over and over again. That's just my end game experience. But I did have fun playing the content when it came out, and the whole monks. That was good. I had fun with Monk. I played a brewmaster, and it was a fantastic time. So Mist of Pandaria was a high note for me. I know it's probably going to be a controversial take because everybody loves to hate on Pandaland, but Pandaland was actually fun when it came out. But afterwards, when Warlords came out, I was about 15, 16 years old. And I was getting into like hanging out with my friends and like, you know, music and DJing and like also. So it sort of just fell to the wayside for me. And I just naturally stopped playing. However, something weird happened to me. So I'd like get into my later years of high school. I didn't really play World of Warcraft. I was more focused on like music and, you know, my friends and, you know, things you do as a teenager, yada, yada, yada. And about 2016, 2017-ish, one of my friends who never played World of Warcraft came up to me and he was like, hey, you used to play that WoW game, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, do you want to play? We're all playing on this server called Nostalrius. And I was like, you guys are playing World of Warcraft? And he's like, yes. And he's like, and it's vanilla. It's like the original version. It's like, oh, you guys are playing the original version of World of Warcraft. It's like, yes. I'd be like, I would absolutely love to play with you guys. My friends in like, you know, real life, my friends I made in high school. Just because some of them found out about Nostalrius. And they're like, hey, we rolled some characters over here. So I was, you know, I was like, yeah, hell yeah. I'll definitely play WoW with you guys. You know, I've known you guys for years. You know, I think this would be a lot of fun. And it was a lot of fun for about 3 months, like 2.5, 3 months. I think we had like played together for about 3 months max before it ended up going down due to the cease and desist. And that was disheartening, but I didn't lose a character that was like too high. I only had like a level 20 and then a few like alts that I would talk to my friends, because I think they went Horde and I went Alliance. So I would have to create a Horde character on the server just to, you know, like yuck it up and talk with them. But I was really focused on this Night Elf rogue. Yeah, only level 23. So it's not a major loss, but it was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie to you, and it was a little bit sad just to you know, lose that character. But it wasn't like I lost a level 60 with, you know, best in slot gear. So it wasn't the end of the world, but it was sad. But then I got that itch again, and I did end up playing the 2019 version of Classic. I leveled up a warlock named Silas on Grobulus EU to level 47. Hit that 47 wall, and that's it gets so much easier at 50 if I just push through. You know, I've leveled several level 60 since, and like once you get to that 50, you just go to Blackrock Depths and you just farm it. It's okay. But yeah, I didn't end up maxing out that character, but I did enjoy experiencing, you know, Classic with, you know, the world together. That was a once in a lifetime moment, and I was glad to be a part of that. But since then, I've I don't know, it came with the live version, you know, and I think it was Battle for Azeroth that I finally said, you know, and I think I'm good on this. I got to Battle for Azeroth, played for like two weeks, and was just like, this feels so much different. And I just realized like I wanted to play in BC because Burning Crusade was the expansion I started playing in. But there were no really good Burning Crusade servers at the time. There was a Warmane server, and then I heard whispers about this Turtle WoW server. So I, you know, signed up. I gave it, you know, a chance. It was only about like 500 to 1,000 people online at the time. You know, I started playing. I think it was 2021 or 2022, around that time. And I loved it, you know. It was a blast. The people were fun to play with. I liked the changes that they made. It just felt like a fresh take on Classic, and it had that play style that I came to enjoy. That old vanilla, you know, mechanic where your stats are your stats. Your item level isn't, you know, the end all be all. You know, it just felt really good. But yeah, so I'm happy here on Turtle. If you like this video, like, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.